a club kind of thing. So many congratulations to the acoustic engineers, sound engineers, and sound system guys here. Fantastic, and I had no idea what we were doing there. हम लोग वहाँ पे हाथ वहाँ लगा के देख रहे थे कि क्या होना है.
Lot of nice, beautiful sounds and everything, but I really didn't see much happening. In fact, I was just telling Satish Reddy ji and Baba Kalyani Saab ki my daughter, who's 8 years old, she has a similar application on her iPad. So every time I go home, whenever she's playing and whenever she's around, she makes me put my hand on the iPad. She says, okay, I'm scanning you now. And then she scans me. And at least it used to give you something at the end of it. It says either you're stressed, you're sad, you're relaxed, you're happy. I don't know if anybody has used that app. But यहाँ पे तो मुझे कुछ नहीं पता चला कि हम लोग क्या कर रहे थे. But nevertheless, some cool sound effects. Good way to start off your day. So many congratulations to the event organizer, that is the Indian Electronics and Semiconductor Association, for choosing Hyderabad as the host city for Deftronics. Many thank you, many thanks to you, because I do believe, like many of you here, that India and Telangana, more importantly from my perspective, are definitely going to do very well in days to come. I am sure Dr. Satish Reddy, Mr. Baba Kalyani, to Jayesh Ranjan, our CP here, everybody must have already given you a lot of insights into what this industry is looking at, how this industry is going to shape up in the next few years. But once again, I'd like to start off just with the thanks for giving us the opportunity to host Deftronics here. This is the 4th edition, I'm told, and this will definitely, I believe, will give a fillip to Hyderabad's ecosystem, Hyderabad's yearning to be a top-notch destination for defense electronics manufacturing as well. The Indian Aerospace and Defense industry is one of the most lucrative industries with a booming market. An ocean of opportunities for engineering design and manufacturing is in store for players in the field to capitalize on. As we all know, India's current requirements on defense right now are largely catered to by imports. And with Government of India's push for making in India, by opening up foreign direct investment, by opening up collaborations. In fact, very recently, I've had the privilege and luxury of launching the Kalyani Rafael Group's entity right here. Many thanks to Mr. Baba Kalyani and the entire Kalyani Group for choosing Hyderabad to be the first private missile manufacturing facility in tandem with Rafael as well. Hyderabad is shaping up rather well as an aerospace and defense manufacturing hub. As many of you may know, and many of you do know, we have eminent scientists like Dr. Satish Reddy. In fact, our former president, Dr. Abdul Kalam, in fact, worked out of Hyderabad for a significant period of time, and a lot of missile production, a lot of missile designs, and a lot of classified research that goes on for the Indian Defense Forces, Indian Armed Forces, also happens in a lot of wonderful labs among a lot of researchers in Hyderabad. Hyderabad, in fact, not only has this strong defense and aerospace ecosystem, it has also spawned out a number of MSME companies here. As many of you may know, when India sent MOM, the Mars Orbiter mission, more than 30% of the components were manufactured by the SMEs in Hyderabad, which I think goes to show you the inherent strength of the ecosystem right here. Hyderabad, incidentally, also has been a very strong player in information technology, but it has always been, India is not just Hyderabad, but India as a country has been a software powerhouse. I think that's one of the things that now Government of India and Government of Telangana are also trying to change. What we're trying to accomplish really is bring in more system design, bring in more manufacturing of electronics within our own country, within our own state of Telangana. In fact, I'm also happy to share with you, since we're talking defense and since we're talking electronics, we are as a state eyeing almost 7.5 billion of production in electronic products by 2020, which is an ambitious target to achieve in the next 3 years. But I do believe very well poised because we have large number of IT parks, we have decent infrastructure, and if you look at the electronic manufacturing clusters approved by Government of India, out of the 3,500 acres approved as electronic manufacturing clusters across the country, 1,000 acres happens to be in Hyderabad, very close to the airport in Hyderabad. We have 2 EMCs which have been approved by Government of India and therefore offer you a number of opportunities. We also hope to attract almost $3 billion in investment in the ESDM space, the electronic system design and manufacturing sector by 2020. We have a large number of ESDM players in the city, but I do believe that the scope to attract more, the scope to in fact expand this base more is also something that we are kicked about. The other thing we also are very upbeat about. Under our state's innovation policy, we plan to develop 1 million square foot of space, workspace rather, to accommodate startups across different sectors. For instance, when we launched India's largest technology incubator called the T-Hub, we were able to accommodate about 200 startups within a week in T-Hub. But now the space has outgrown itself within 10-15 days. Now we are launching possibly the world's largest incubator in Hyderabad by next year. This would be a 350,000 square foot facility accommodating nearly 1,000 startups all under one roof. Now, the focus is not so much on the volume. The focus is on getting our basics right. The focus is on trying to focus on those verticals which have a great opportunity, which present a great opportunity to Indians and India as a country in days to come. In fact, one of the sectors which I believe has immense potential is defense electronics. And I'm also happy to share with you now that in fact we've had a series of discussions with the principal advisor, scientific advisor to Raksha Mantriji, Mr. Satish Reddy, and with the support of Government of India, we will be launching a defense electronics and defense focused incubator in Hyderabad. And I wanted to make this announcement today on at Deftronics, because I think it would be an important initiative. I think it would be an important step forward in ensuring we completely leverage our indigenous capabilities, the capabilities of our Indian youngsters, wanting to come out with more and more success stories out of India, and not just for India, but also for the world at large. Similarly, as I mentioned, we are also focused on making the state a preferred destination for aerospace and defense manufacturing. While we continue to innovate, while we continue to push the envelope in the electronics space, in the startup, technology, disruptive space, it's also important to attract more and more manufacturing facilities. We already have, as many of you may know, the Tata Advanced Systems Limited, TASL, working out of here. They have a number of associations with marquee names across the world. We have Lockheed Martin, we have Boeing, we have a number of other entities who are working out of Hyderabad, Dornier, Ruwag, a number of others. We also have some wonderful Indian players like the Kalyani Group, who's working with Rafael. We also have some Hyderabad companies like Newcon, like Astra, etc., who've also been doing very well in defense manufacturing. So there is plenty of things to look forward to in Hyderabad as it shapes up as not only a defense and aerospace manufacturing hub, but also makes its ambition and makes a bold statement in wanting to become India's defense electronics manufacturing hub as well. So I congratulate AISA, the Indian Electronics and Semiconductors Association, in working with the government tirelessly to help formulate policies that will support the country and our state achieve self-sufficiency in defense production. I wish Deftronics 2017 every success. I compliment Kiran, Anil and everybody from AISA who've taken and who've made a lot of efforts to bring this event to Hyderabad. I was also told, by the way, I would be remiss not to mention this, I was also told that Hyderabad would be the permanent fixture for this event. So for those of you who are looking for good biryani and plenty of other sightseeing activities and tourist activities, and those of you who are from outside, welcome you to extend your stay by a day, and look forward to seeing you in Hyderabad every single year. Thank you very much for this.